I wonder if anyone will join us this time. I need to change the title of this. And I'm probably going to be silent here for a second, waiting for people to show up. Oh, there I am in the background. Just going to kill the noise real quick. I have no idea what I'm doing with the live streaming thing. Oh, hey, Victor. You're here. Good to see you. Yeah, I know it says it's the same live stream as before, but that's just because the broadcast software that I use for this wants me to purchase the advanced version or whatever, and I am not into that. And I just got a horrendous message on Tumblr from a friend of mine who wants to have intercourse with Porn Stash from Orange is the New Black, and every day, I beg for death. And Clinton, dicks out for those without. What a time to be alive. Let's see, I'm going to tell my friend who just sent me that message, that heinous abomination, that crime against God to me, that I have broadcasted this to the internet. I am live streaming on YouTube, and I have let the viewers know about your crimes against both morality and humanity. You burnt sausage casing. That's one of my more effective insults, I think. Alright. Okay. The stash is for mashes. Makes me think of potatoes. Just gonna think about them taters. So in this live stream, I will probably order food, and need I do anything else? She wants you all to know that she is a hive of scum and villainy, which is an excellent Star Wars quote. Excellent Star Wars reference. Can't even be mad. Wonder who else is going to come through. We sometimes get a few people who want to join in on the action. Let's see. I will do that. To get things done in these live streams, I need to have a bigger following, which I do not have. It is almost 8 p.m. and I'm drinking coffee. So, Clint, you don't need to, you don't have to pay me to do that. We've been friends for so long, I will do that for free. But next week you have to work on Sunday. Okay. I do have to work on Sunday. I always work Sundays. Which is one of the reasons I have not been present at the more recent Around the Knots hangouts. Alas. Well, I wonder if there's software where I can broadcast on all three platforms that I like to do these live streams on: YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. That would be cool. I should find out about that, and if not, I should find someone who can write that software, because I might know a guy, or girl rather. I think it would be a girl who would do this one for me. Would you know how to do that? I'm just talking to myself at this point. I am going to send them that. Who knows a guy who knows a girl who does things? Absolutely, Clint. You hit the nail on the head there. Yes, I just got home from work. That's what's going on. I think I am going to order myself some dinner. And today it will be barbecue. I think I'm going to have barbecue. But, like, not real barbecue, like faux barbecue. Like not Dickies. I'm not gonna subject myself to Dickies barbecue. Why are you taking so long? This isn't what I don't pay for internet for. Let's try that one. You're going to play World of Warships until I stop streaming. Or start streaming. I am streaming. I'm just also ordering food. Let's go up here. Let's go to BBQ. 3 greatest letters ever put together. Even 2 of them are the same letter. Armadillo Willies. That's today's winner. And let's see, I want to go for something low carb and delicious. We got some Tejas BBQ plates. That sounds real nice. Sounds real good. Maybe. Let's go there. And post that. All right. I figure that the more I do this, the more people will pay attention. Who is working today? Who is that? Oh, okay. I'm really excited to live stream on my upcoming road trip, which will be interesting. It'll be a lot of... I wonder if I live stream at like 4 a.m. if anyone will watch me, because I am driving through the middle of nowhere at 4 a.m. because we want to get to... We want... Basically, for the road trip, we want to get from... Well, for me, it's point A to point B to point C. But for everyone else, it's just point A to point B, because all my friends who are going live in Phoenix. Which is in Arizona, because, Victor, I know you're Canadian. So, yeah, I have to get from San Francisco here, and then go to Phoenix, and that's about a 10-hour drive, depending on what time I leave. It could be up to 14 hours, traffic depending, because driving through LA is the largest pain in the ass. And then I have to drive from Phoenix to Tulsa the next day, and we're doing all this driving over a period of 24 hours. So I have to leave here at like 8 a.m. on the 28th, and then I end up in Phoenix sometime around 6 p.m., give or take, on the 28th. And then I'm hanging out with some friends there, and we're getting all our shit together. And I mean that like we're getting things together and putting them in the car. Like, most of our shit is lost. We're all pretty much gone. And then we drive from Phoenix, Arizona. We're leaving at 10 p.m. from Phoenix, Arizona, to drive to Tulsa, which is in the middle of Oklahoma, or the northeastern corner of Oklahoma, which is about a 15-hour drive from Phoenix. Luckily, there's 4 of us in the car, so we'll all trade off. Since we're leaving that late, I'll actually probably be closer to 12 hours, because I drive really fast, as we've discussed in the past. And that will be... So we'll arrive in Oklahoma at roughly noon on the 29th. So I wonder if... The point is, if I live stream, I wonder if anyone's going to watch me between 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. and 1 p.m. the 28th or the 29th. Quite possibly. There's a definite possibility. Yeah, my ass will be extremely sore. I am not doing all the driving, though. I have to drive from here to Phoenix, which is a pain, but really no problem. I fucking hate driving the Grapevine. But, whatever. And then I get to take basically a 12-hour break, in between the two, the 2 portions I have to drive. Yeah. Or actually closer to... Well, it's about 15 hours. It's about a 15-hour drive from Phoenix to Tulsa. So, yeah, so about 4.5 hours, about 12 hours in between driving shifts. Or at least 4 hours or so. Which is fine with me. I do not mind. No, I do not want to update GarageBand yet. But I'm actually looking forward to driving a lot, because I actually like driving long distances, where I can like stay in one lane the whole time, or switch lanes. Basically, I don't want to have to deal with other drivers, and the freeway or highway or whatever in the middle of the desert is pretty good for that. because not a lot of people want to go where I'm going. So yeah. Okay, back to food. Let's see. I'm going to get a brisket for dinner. That sounds really good. What barbecue sauce do I want? How about jalapeno? And then this restaurant is weird because it offers the option, because brisket is very, very much meat. That is an anti-vegan meal. That is dead cow, 100%. Then they offer the option of getting a veggie patty, like a veggie burger patty on the side. And I would prefer to be hit by a car. Yeah, it's interesting that they have vegan options at this barbecue joint. I mean, it's all I got in the Bay Area. So, because when I was redneckizing my heritage in when I was living in Yosemite with Clint, barbecue is a way of life. However, up here, it is more of a foreign thing. It's kind of like, oh, white people food. That's not entirely true. I mean, I think technically African American slaves invented barbecue. So I redact the previous statement. It's not white people food. It is super American food, and I'm gonna get a Texas jalapeno cheese sausage on the side because that shit's tasty. Let's go there and processing, and that all looks good. Okay, cool. We're going to checkout. We're gonna place the order, and I want that one. What else? And it's processing. Come on now. And may God have mercy on my soul. Barbecue is en route. From Armadillo Willie's. Ha All right. Okay. I haven't said anything for a couple minutes. Oh, I know what I can do. Click there and click here and do the paste and the send and today one of my friends who I am embarking on this road trip with sent me this post that said fun things to do in Oklahoma. Go to Bricktown. What that is, anyone not from Oklahoma may never know. Meth. Yep. Yeah. Visit the Arbuckles. Once again, not from Oklahoma, may never know. Complain about the weather. That's pretty universal. If you're from the part of California that I'm originally from, it's always hot. So, yeah. But where I live now, it's pretty awesome. College football. Also not exclusive to Oklahoma. Clint and I do a lot of that. Suck at driving. Come to California. Go to the lake. That can go either way because where I'm from, we used to go to the river. But if you're from way up in Northern California, going to the lake means going to Lake Tahoe, which is a big thing. So, yeah, okay, I'll let that one pass. Watch Thunder games. Technically anyone can do that, but you tend to stick to your regional team. Every now and then, I will partake in the watching of a Warriors game. They're actually playing tonight. Hopefully they're going to win, because if they win tonight, they win the NBA championship. Go Warriors. Cut school funding. Once again, not exactly strictly applicable to Oklahoma. We did a lot of that here in the early 2000s. How do I know this? My dad's in education. And also, I went to school. Rocklahoma. That one definitely. We didn't have anything called Rocklahoma out here. Family cookouts. Well, I guess no one anywhere else has a family that cooks. Ever. So, you can only have a family cookout if you live in Oklahoma. This just in. Hunt tornadoes, and then in parentheses, naders. Nader hunting. That is definitely not something I can do in California, even though when I was living, or just before I moved to Turlock, about almost 2 years ago, year and a half ago, there was a tornado in Turlock. Believe it or not. I will tell that story after this. Paige, who is the greatest person alive, one of my favorite people ever. Paige says, I'm at a loud-ass metal show right now, so I can't watch the live stream. Give me a shout-out, please. I'm your biggest fan. Come to Brazil. I love you. Okay. Okay, I did it. Okay. Tornado in Turlock. The year is 2015. And the location is Denair, which is a small town just outside Turlock. Why does that keep happening? There we go. Sorry, computer issue. Turlock, setting is Turlock, small town called Denair, just outside Turlock, like 5 miles out. It is a breezy late spring day, much like today. Wind's kicking up, clouds are a-swirling, times are a-changing, and suddenly, my dad, like I said, he works at a school, gets a phone call from like the National Weather Service or something to that effect, and they say, "Hey, heads up, there's a tornado warning." And my dad's like, "You must be mistaken. We live in California. Tornadoes do not exist." Yes. So, he said that, like I said, he said that that's ridiculous. Be gone, peasant. And He didn't really say that. My dad's not like that. But that's what I would have said. And about an hour later, sure enough, wind kicks on up, and a good old fashioned Texas twister slams into the ground. But for all of 2 minutes, it didn't really damage anything. It was just there, and they took pictures of it, and it made the national news that there was this tornado in the middle of bumfuck Egypt. And that's one of my tornado stories. My other being when I was how old was I? I was either 7 or 8, and I was living in a town called Hanford, which I've mentioned in the vlog before, which is out by Lemoore Air Force Base, about 50 miles northeast of Bakersfield. If you're not from California, it doesn't matter. But we got all of a sudden a tornado warning came onto the old television, because this is the pre-internet days, or before everyone had the internet, these are pre-internet days, and we get a notification. I'm looking at Facebook right now. We get a warning on the TV that says there's a tornado warning in effect. My mug almost fell. In the Kings County area, and once again, everyone who was home, which was me, my sister who was 4 at the time, and my mother, were like, ha, 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 that is stupid. And wind picked up, and it got kind of crazy and noisy and stormy out, and my mom didn't know what to do, so she made us hide in the basement, and we sat in the basement for 3 hours and did nothing. And it was weird that we even had a basement, living in Hanford in the middle of California. So, yeah. That was, that's my other tornado story. Because usually tornadoes don't exist in the state of California. We get one every blue moon. Someone was watching for just a second and then stopped. I wonder what the story is there. Mayhaps someone joined us. The world may never know. Alrighty. I don't really know what else to talk about. I have an hour before my food gets here. Let's see. Yeah, no, my order hasn't even been confirmed yet, so it's going to be about an hour. I wonder what people in Kenya are doing right now. Let's look it up. I'm going to Google current events Kenya. Kenya, the New York Times. Keep up to date on the latest news in Kenya. Don't mind if I do. Hey, my order's been confirmed. Kenyans fear Chinese-backed railway is another lunatic express. That is an awesome phrase. Lunatic Express. Who's starting an Aussie cover band with me called Lunatic Express? Oh, cool. 52 places to go, a bird's eye view in Laikipia. Laikipia? Laikipia? Scotty. Asian Kenyans seek to be declared a tribe of their own. Does that count as cultural appropriation? No idea. Somalia and the limits of U.S. bombing. If you're from America, you will know that there are no limits to what we will bomb. We will destroy everything and not say sorry. Well, the federal government won't say sorry. I'll continue to apologize for everything America does and continues to fuck up. Kenya's struggling Uber drivers fear a new competitor, Uber. So Uber is fighting itself? What the? I don't know. I don't know what that is. In Kenya, phones replace bank tellers. Same in America, dude. From France to Indonesia, marking May Day with protests. That was from a little over a month ago. Clint, you left and came back. You missed me talking about Kenya. I'm reading about current events in Kenya right now. Because reasons. What about Bahrain? I wonder what's going on in Bahrain. Current events in Bahrain. There we go. Current events in Bahrain. I spelt it wrong. It's Bahrain. Bahrain, the New York Times. Let's see what's going on there. Where is Bahrain? Where is Bahrain? Okay. Nice. Okay, Bahrain. 5 Arab nations moved to isolate Qatar, putting the U.S. in a bind. Well, don't profit from abuses by Bahrain. Rex Tillerson's praise for Turkey is met with a list of complaints. Rex Tillerson to lift human rights conditions on arms sale to Bahrain. So all these stories about Bahrain are about how America's freedom fucking the country. Bahrain executes 3 Shiites convicted in deadly attack on police. I mean, religious persecution is a pretty typical thing over there. Firing squad, okay, well. For a bombing in 2013. Well, I mean, that whole thing is shit, fucked up. Clint, I will drone strike your house. Ooh, wow, this is a really nice house in Newport, Oregon. I'm gonna look that up real quick because I want to buy a house one day. House for sale, Newport, Oregon. Newport, Oregon. Cool. Let's see. Current events. What country should I look up now? How about... What's a country that gets overlooked a lot? I have no idea what country gets overlooked a lot. I'm American. There's only one country, America. No, I don't want to go with Taiwan. Taiwan's in the news too often. I want to go somewhere that I don't really know that much about. How about how about the Dominican Republic? Or not? What? No, the not the Dominican Republic of Congo. The Democratic Republic of Congo. Democratic Republic of Congo. Which is a really cool name for a country, I think. We have 2 more people who have joined us. Welcome. Hope you are enjoying your night, newcomers. U.S. wants inquiry into deaths of UN investigators in Congo. Okay. Senior Congo's official linked to Kabila? What's Kabila? Face sanctions for rights abuses. Let's see, what's Kabila? Let's discover what Kabila is. I'm guessing it's like a terrorist cell or something like that. It's usually what it is. Oh wow, this is a Tumblr post of a girl with a fortune cookie hooked through a ring in her ear. Why is the internet this way? Hey, my food's being cooked. Let's go there. Okay. Let's see, what is Kabila? Kabila's a person. He's the president of the Democratic Republic of Congo. So he himself is not a terrorist cell, but he is not a good guy from the looks here. It looks like he likes to kill and violate things. Yeah, well, you live and learn. I mean, I do. I'm living and learning about the president of Congo, who is a bit of a dick, to understate things. Seabug 2004. Hey there, Seabug 2004. I am unfamiliar with how we know each other, but welcome. Welcome to my clusterfuck of a channel. It's a thing. It's certainly a thing. There's one thing you need to know about the about Vlogjacked. It is start the counter. So, what else should I look up? What's another country that gets overlooked? I know that there's like how about Tonga? I think Tonga is an island. Yes, Tonga is an island. Tonga, the New York Times. Let's see what's going on in Tonga. Who's the New York Times connection to Tonga? Oh, we lost 2 viewers. Oh, no. Whatever shall we do? Floating with leviathans in the South Pacific. Looks like Tonga's pretty badass so far. There has not been a story from Tonga since February 24th of this year. Oh, we have another viewer back. Welcome back. Reflections from Rio. Luger's name matches the one on his waistband. Oh, that's a story from 2014. Tonga isn't very... It's not really a thing in the news world. Oh, we lost another viewer. Oh, no, goodbye. How about Guam? What's going on in Guam? Oh, you're here. Lovely. Current events in Guam. Guam, New York Times. The failing New York Times. Fucking... Every time someone says suck my ass, I always... Every time someone says suck my ass, I immediately respond, don't threaten me with a good time, and it's got me in trouble. So I have to be careful with ass sucking these days. Okay, still need to find this house in Newport, Oregon that I like. It is 2-bedroom. And let's see, it is, how much did it cost? It is $375. Price. Okay. You just came to tell me you love me and you're leaving now. Okay, bye. Okay, that should help. There we go. But no, don't do that. Bad. Bad. And Clinton just sent a photo. Start the counter. I have not drank alcohol. I have not consumed alcohol in 6 weeks. Found it. I found the house. Lovely as shit. Built in 1920. Alright. Yep. I want it. I want it real bad. I knew you'd be back. Ugh. Where's my eye itch? Should not have itchy eyeballs. Okay. Oh, I just realized. My food arriving is going to conflict with my running schedule. So maybe I should go for a run now. And eat. No. I'll go for a run later. Probably go for a run around 10. Okay, Guam. Current events in Guam. Are American Samoans really American? Well, if you colonized the nation and put America on the front of it, fucking probably. Bernie Sanders picks up Washington delegates. Hillary Clinton wins Guam. This is a ways back. So Guam isn't really up to date. North Korea missile test was short on distance but long on data, South Korea says. Welp, that's from a couple weeks ago. You wonder what else is going on. What's going on in the world? No more current events for me. Let's see what's going on. My food is still being cooked. Tan-fastic. Oh, here we go. Let's check out and see who that person is. I do not recognize them. So, whatever. It's a big old fat whatever from me. What is a good time to live stream? Like, when are people around to watch? I figure right around now, since most people aren't working. Wow, I roared. Also looks spooky in the light. Fun. I just watched myself roar in the playback. Why is this my life? In our blog, the picture of the cat with the kniff. It's gonna boot up my email server. I'm looking at camera gear on Amazon because it is a Friday. I always forget it's Friday because my Friday, everyone else's Friday is my Monday. This is the first day I work in my week. So maybe I should shoot for these live streams on Thursday nights. That could work. Apple Store designs. Why is Apple sending me emails about products I already own? Okay. Hopefully I can get that lens on time. I sure hope and pray, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, maybe I'm done with this. I will go look at more camera gear. How's that food coming, DoorDash? It's looking alright. It's looking A-okay. Alright. Looks like I got a few likes for my new job. If you are friends with me on Facebook, and you just got a request to like Guitar Showcase in San Jose, California. That is where I work, and we're trying to get more Facebook likes. So if you receive that, that is why. You can like it or not. I'd prefer you do, but no hard feelings. Irregardless. What is going on here? I never know, dude. Okay. I wonder if there are going to be any YouTube uploads tonight of a interesting kind. I sure hope so. Maybe catch some new Casey Neistat, catch some new Michael Aranda. Well, that's really all I care about on YouTube right now. Everything else I just kind of watch. The bass player in the band I'm working with just texted me saying, "Hey, that's tight." So I'm going to respond by saying, hell yeah, it's gonna be lit. Woo! Okay. This is a thought that I did not want to realize, but Space Jam is 21 years old today. Or maybe not today, but at least this year. Space Jam is 21 years old. It's been 21 years since Space Jam came out, which has effectively slammed me into the ground of stuff. Yeah, unfortunately, Greg Gianforte did win the special election in Montana. Um, but the way that worked out is that Montana. Well, Michael already explained it, but that's one of the weird, strange things that America does with the mail-in ballots. Is it things things happen that aren't always good. So, yes. But the mail-in ballots, I've never used them because uh, I do not like not seeing the entire election unfold. However, the last couple elections, that hasn't really been an issue for me. I like to vote for the candidate and not the party usually because my personal political beliefs are a little too radical for me to be called a liberal. I'm actually closer to a socialist. Um, so that's why I was a big Bernie Sanders guy when he was around. So I did not do any mail in ballots for that election because I wanted to see how far that could unfold. And it turned out I voted for Hillary Clinton. Um, and then the election before that was the only time, it was the first time I got to vote, and I voted for Obama because there were no other Democrats running that I thought had a shot in hell against one of the most popular presidents of all time. And then Mitt Romney was a disaster all the way around. That guy, he just kind of hated women, and Paul Ryan was the real disaster there because had something happened to Romney, we would have had President Ryan, and I would once again prefer to get hit by a truck. But then again, I do live under the reign of Emperor Donald Trump, the first in his succession line of disaster. I am bitter. I am politically bitter. I am politter. Politically bitter. Politter. Word of the day. Politter. Everyone online is so sad all of the time. Yeah, I mean, I know everyone is sick of hearing this, Victor. That like, um, it's like everyone was like, well, it's like I don't like either of them. It's like I didn't like either of the options either. I think Hillary Clinton is a. I've never cared for her as a politician. I've never thought she's had what it takes. But if it was between her and the pile of shit that is our current president, I was obviously going to take the not pile of shit politician who at least had some modicum of idea of what's going on. There's actually a breakdown going on right now. Trump's approval rating is the second lowest in American history right now. He's at 34%. But his approval rating has his approval rating has dropped drastically. In Congress right now, there's about a 50-50 split for impeachment. I'm going to give him a couple more scandals before people are like, okay, this shit's got to go. The way things are unfolding, it's looking more and more likely from the way I'm seeing this. But don't hold your breath. Because Congress in general, the Republicans are far too. Here's the thing about Republicans: they don't care about you. Republicans genuinely do not give a shit about their constituents. They only care about their super PACs. So they will vote for whatever gets them more money. But on the flip side of that, more and more Americans are realizing that Republicans don't care about them. So in the upcoming elections in 2018 and 2020, we're going to see a big shift in American politics where things become a little bit more liberal and even slightly socialistic. But I don't think Trump is going to be impeached within the next few months. I'm thinking more towards the end of the year is when we're going to start getting towards that. Because the fastest moving proceedings to impeachment was Nixon, and that was about, oh man, how long was it? I want to say 8 or 9 months, and we are only 4 months into this proverbial plunging of the political toilet. So, yes. There you have it. The whole Comey testimony that's in the news right now is... it wasn't as hard-hitting as I hoped it would be. The whole bit about the hookers was... the whole bit about the hookers was interesting, but to be expected. And I just thought it was kind of lackluster, and I thought it could have packed a bigger punch if more had been discovered. However, it's basically confirmed that Russia did stuff to America that wasn't great. He kind of fucked with our election, and but we're still looking for proof that Trump colluded with Russian diplomats to change the outcome of the election or to influence American policy. And if that happens, that's an act of treason. It's immediately an impeachable offense. So we just need to wait for that news to come forward, because Republicans, no matter how steadfast they are in their beliefs, hate treason. They hate traitors. And that is obviously going to happen. That whole scenario is probably going to come to light here in the next 4 or 5 months, God willing. Even though I don't believe in God. I'm going to turn on the light. Okay, we have light. What else can I discuss in this thing? Nothing really. I have exhausted my talking points for the day. What's this? I will give another shout out. Shout out to Callie Dishman, who now works at Cinema Studios, which is probably the most magical place to work on the planet. And she also just finished her degree in what I'm majoring in, so which is sound engineering. So shout out to Callie for getting my dream job. Well, not the not the dream job, but one of them. Ooh, we're down to 2 viewers. Who did we lose? I don't know. Probably, certainly lost someone. Nice. Wait, me? A couple videos ago? That Nick? Now I have to wait a second for Victor to respond because the lag on this thing is like a good 8 or 9 seconds, maybe more. I know Kelly is subscribed to me on YouTube, but I don't know with what frequency she watches my videos. So, we shall see. If she gets my shout out. And if not, I'm sure someone will tell her. Although I assume she's pretty dang busy. Right, meow. I am currently playing with the guitar slide, by the way, if you hear the noise. I wonder what is in the town of Newport, Washington, or not Washington, damn, Oregon. Let's look it up. Newport, Oregon. Let's see what this town is like. The town in with the house that I like. Oh, there's a lighthouse there. Newport, Oregon. Wikipedia page. Newport is a city in Lincoln County. Population of about 10,000. Motto, the friendliest. Hell yeah. The mayor? Oh my god. The mayor, the mayor of Newport, Oregon is named Sandra Rumagoo. That is the greatest thing I've seen all day. Oh, man. Let's see. The temperature there is ideal for me. The highest high of the year is usually 65 degrees. And the average cold is about 50, which is ideal. They have some radio stations called KNPT and KEQB and KPPT, as well as KCUP. But I don't listen to the radio. Let's see. Notable people from Newport, Oregon. Nathan Ball, Scott Baker, William Barton, Rick Bartow, Ernest Block, Joel Hedgepeth, David Ogden Stiers, and he's an actor. And then Randall Woodfield, the serial killer, is from Newport, Oregon. I bet that put a bit of a damper on their tourism industry. David Ogden Stiers was in MASH, for those of you wondering. And then, let's look up the serial killer from this town. The I-5 killer. He killed 18 people and received life plus 165 years. Talk about throwing away the key. Hey, my order is being delivered. I have food on the way. Oregon doesn't have the death penalty, which is probably why he didn't get the death penalty for murdering 18 people. So there's that. And he was a member of the Green Bay Packers. Holy shit. Yeah, he was in the 17th round of the 74 NFL draft, and I guess when that didn't work out, he became a serial killer. Weird. Weird. What about other things? C-Stack geological information. What, is it not there anymore? Like, between 1920 and 70, the majority of the C-Stack collapsed, and by 1990 it was gone. Was it made of sand or something? How does that work? How does just an entire rock formation disappear over 100 years? It is not ours to reason why. Let's see, what else? How about Yaquina Bay? An estuarian community. Semi-enclosed 8 kilometers squared body of water. And, wait, what the hell? Elk City, Oregon. Population 25. It can't be a city if just 8 people lived there, or 25 or whatever. Although that reminds me, there was a town I used to live not far from when I lived way out in the middle of nowhere, called Tamarack, I believe. Yeah, Tamarack, California. And I believe the population was 14. Not far from Lake Tahoe, up in Alpine County. Leading up to 451 inches of depth, which is a hilarious amount of snow. I don't even know what that is in feet. Let's ask the Amazon Echo. Alexa, how many feet is 451 inches? Alexa, how many feet is 451 inches?
451 inches is 37.58 feet.
37 and a half feet of snow. Goddamn. That is quite a bit of sky cocaine. Which is definitely a terminology for snow. Yes. And now all I can think about is Blue Mountain State. Cocaine! Okay. I hate what I look like when I'm just sitting here. What's something, like, really incredibly stupid I should do before I die? Maybe I'll fist fight a bear. I wonder if things have occurred. Oh, well, alas. That relieves me of that situation. Fantastic. I just need to do the follow joke on Instagram. Why is that funny? Yeah, my neck hurts from a long day of working. Work was far busier than it needed to be today. You'd think it wouldn't get so busy at a music shop, but it really doesn't. So I'd rather be tired and have made money. Well, that ends the situation. Let's see here. And Facebook has just not been working today. They got some stuff going on they need to work on. Oops. Facebook is kind of a hellscape. I am not quite a fan of theirs. Okay, you know what? Facebook, you do not get my business for the night. You have let me down for the last time. That's not true. They're definitely going to let me down again in the future. I can do this, though. And I will do that. And so it shall be. So say we all. This is really just me talking to myself now. Please work. Okay. I need to go through this. So why? That is the question. Why? There we go. And enough of that. Arrivederci. What's going on here? Nope. And maybe? Nope. Definitely not. Oh, my food is approaching, so that means I'm gonna end this so I can eat. Godspeed, guys. Have a good night.